Hello everyone. Question is a company plans to refactor a monolithic application into a modern application designed, deployed or AWS. The CL/CD pipeline needs to be upgraded to support the modem design for the application with the following requirements. It should allow changes to be released several times every hour. It should be able to roll back the changes as quickly as possible. Which design will meet these requirements? Option A. Deploy a CI/CD pipeline that incorporates AMIs to contain the applications and their configurations. Deploy the application by replacing Amazon EC2 instances. Option B. Specify AWS Elastic Beanstalk to Sage in a secondary environment as the deployment target for the CI/CD pipeline of the application. To deploy, swap the staging and production environment URLs. Option C. Use AWS System Manager to reprovision the infrastructure for each deployment. Update the Amazon EC2 user data to pull the latest code artifact from Amazon S3 and use Amazon Route 53 weighted routing to point to the new environment. Option D. Roll out at application updates as span of an auto-scaling event using pre-built AMIs. Use new versions of the AMIs to add instances and phase out all instances that use the previous AMI versions with the configure termination policy during a deployment event. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, a software development company has multiple engineers who are working remotely. The company is running Active Directory Domain Services ADDS on an Amazon EC2 instance. The company's security policy states that all internal non-public services that are deployed in a VPC must be accessible through a VPN. Multi-factor authentication (MFA) must be used for access to a VPN. When should a solution architect do to meet these requirements? Option A. Create an AWS site-to-site VPN connection. Configure integration between a VPN and ADDS. Use an Amazon Workspaces client with MFA support enabled to establish a VPN connection. Option B. Create an AWS client VPN endpoint. Create an AD connector directory for integration with ADDS. Enable MFA for AD connector. Use AWS Client VPN to establish a VPN connection. Option C. Create multiple AWS site-to-site VPN connections by using AWS VPN Cloud Hub. Configure integration between AWS VPN Cloud Hub and ADDS. Use AWS COP4OT to establish a VPN connection. Option D. Create an Amazon WorkLink endpoint. Configure integration between Amazon WorkLink and ADDS. Enable MFA in Amazon WorkLink and use AWS Client VPN to establish a VPN connection. Correct answer is option B. Question is, a company runs a software as a service SaaS application on AWS. The application commits of AWS Lambda function and an Amazon RDS for MySQL multi-agent database. During market events, the application has a much higher workload than normal users. Notice slow than normal. Users notice slow response time during the peak periods because of many database connections. The company needs to improve the scalable performance and availability of the database. Which solution meets these requirements? Option A, create an Amazon CloudWatch alarm action that triggers a Lambda function to add an Amazon RDS for MySQL read replica when resource utilization hits a threshold. Option B, migrate the database to Amazon Aurora and add a read replica. Add a database connection pool outside of the Lambda function. Option C, migrate the database to Amazon Aurora and add a read replica. Use Amazon Route 53 weighted records. Option D, migrate the database to Amazon Aurora and add an Aurora replica. Configure Amazon RDS proxy to manage database connection pools. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe.